He quickly turned around and accelerated. Diana, now completely panicked, screamed at him. "Louis, today is our wedding. The guests are waiting for us. What are you doing? Let's go back. There are so many people waiting. What will our parents say if you keep going like this?" But Louis didn't listen. He totally lost his cool. "Then there will be no wedding." Diana had not expected to hear such words, and she became desperate. "No, Louis, you can't do this. You promised to be responsible for me. If I don't marry you, I will die. Louise, you can't do this to me." Diana cried pitifully. Her tears fell like raindrops on flowers. But her request, crying, did not cause even the slightest sympathy from Louis. He looked at her blankly, but anger and contempt. "I should be responsible for you. So who will be responsible for me? My girlfriend is going to marry someone else. There's nothing I can do about it. I just want to find her." Louis kept urging the driver to go faster. Diana yelled at the driver to turn around. Diana grabbed the steering wheel in anger, trying to force the car back on track. Louis reached out to stop her. Chaos in the car. The horn was deafening. What followed was the deafening sound of a violent collision. Chapter 6. The wedding convoy soon arrived at the hotel. "Touch up your makeup during breaks." I finally turned on my phone. Information flooded in like a tide, instantly occupying my screen. They are from Louis. "Selena, can you answer the phone? Selena, I was wrong. Please come back. Don't marry someone else. I beg you. Please come back. I can't lose you." There are countless missed calls and unread messages. Surprisingly, even Diana sent me a series of text messages. Her tone was full of provocation. "Selena, today is the day Louis and I get married. He sent you away on purpose to avoid any drama. If you still have self-respect, take the initiative to break up with him and stop pestering him. People who are not loved are always light bulbs. Do you think Louis hasn't broken up with you yet? Because he loves you? No. He just pities you. He hasn't loved you for a long time. You are grown up now. Unlike me, young, beautiful, and full of energy. Being with me makes him feel alive. But you're just a dull, old woman. He told me he couldn't even bear to look at you." I read her message with indifference. I think they are childish. If Diana and Louis's alleged love was truly strong, she doesn't need to give in to this insecurity. Intensifying provocation. As the so-called winner, she should feel inviolable, not take this approach. This is not the first time Diana tried to provoke me. Last time was the last time I brought Louis food. Louis has suffered from stomach problems since childhood. Entrepreneurship Day. So, over the years, I prepared the meal carefully, help alleviate his condition. After Diana became his secretary, she started bringing him food, under the guise of saving time and improve work efficiency. She always speaks out. "Selena, you and Louis are my greatest benefactors. I know how hard you work. As his secretary, I have the responsibility to take care of his daily needs. Louis and I helped Diana." She often mentions this, as if that justifies her behavior. I felt uncomfortable at first. Her behavior seemed to have crossed the line. But Louis disagreed and said I was thinking too much. "Don't overinterpret. She just wanted to repay us for helping her. Besides, her cooking skills aren't even as good as yours." He said casually. "Selena, trust me. Don't think too much." All right. But his words did not reassure me. The uneasiness in my heart still exists. Louis noticed, called Diana into his office in front of me, his arm around my shoulders. He told her, "Diana, you don't have to bring me food anymore. Just focus on your work. I just need Selena to eat." Diana's eyes immediately turned red. She looks like a scolded child. Tears filled her eyes and she trembled. May fall at any time. She bowed deeply to me. There was fear in her voice as she apologized. "I'm sorry, Selena. I just wanted to express my gratitude to Louis. I apologize if I caused any misunderstanding." Please don't be mad at Louis because of me. You can hit me or scold me. Don't let me ruin your relationship with him. Her exaggerated humility made me frown. Instinctively, feeling extremely uncomfortable, I expressed my concerns to Louis, but he fired me again. Say I think too much. I've told her not to send me food anymore. Cheer up, Selena. Use that line. He made my unspoken words disappear. Everything returned to normal after that. Diana no longer does anything obviously inappropriate. I gradually let my guard down, convince myself that maybe I have. I really think too much. I even felt guilty for misunderstanding Diana, and deliberately make up for it. I occasionally remind Louis to look after Diana at work. I think I'm doing the right thing. Until I got sick. I can't deliver food to Louis for now. Chapter 7. Next time I'll bring Louis food. Diana greeted me warmly as usual. But when I saw the necklace around her neck, my heart sank. It is the same as one anniversary gift from Louis. I remember clearly that Diana admired it and said, "This necklace is so beautiful. Louis has great taste. Selena, you're so lucky. Unlike me, I may never get the chance to wear it. So beautiful in my life." Even so, her words still made me feel uncomfortable. Now, see me staring at the necklace. Diana smiled and met my eyes. She has no shame on her face. That necklace. I spoke without hesitation, and she responded casually. Louis gave it to me. I later confronted Louis about this, but he ignored it, claimed it was a reward for Diana's hard work. He said I thought too much. That was also the day I returned to Louis's office. Find my lost bag. He only saw the meal I prepared for him. Throw it in the trash. First, Diana dropped her disguise in front of me. She said with a mocking smile, "Selena, I don't eat cilantro. Next time you bring food, remember not to add." That moment, like being struck by lightning. Louis kept sending Diana the meals I cooked for him. I don't remember how I left the office that day. Next steps. The biggest argument between Louis and I. In the years we've been together. We didn't talk for a month. Finally, I forgave him because of our past. Because I know Louis. The Louis the first remember was wonderful. So kind, I can't believe it. He will betray our love. Louis and I grew up together. I always thought we would be together forever. I never thought that one day we would be apart. When I was in middle school, my parents moved to another city for work and leave me behind. Focus on my education. I was sent to live with my aunt. My aunt has her own children and a busy job, so she is rarely at home. Most of the time, it's just me and my cousins. To them, I was an outsider, an intruder in their home. They made it clear they didn't like me. Not good for me. At school, my cousin used to gather others to bully me, push me into the artificial lake. I didn't cry for help. I know no one will come. I gave up letting the water drown me. Then suddenly I heard Louis jumped into the lake to save me. It was a cold winter day, but he seemed to be shining with warmth. "Why didn't you ask for help when they bullied you?" he scolded. "From now on, call me Louis and I'll take care of you. No one dares to touch you anymore." He kept his promise. From then on, no one dared to disturb me at school. When my cousin tricked me into eating cake, mixed with nuts, caused serious. The allergic reaction nearly killed me. Louis is the one who came to rescue me. Like a guardian angel. When I was trapped in a fire, near death, Louis rushes through the smoke. "Carry me on your back." Step by step towards safety. He bears the scars of the fire. Those scars will always be with him. For the rest of his life. Chapter 8. I cried very sadly at that time. Overcoming guilt and self-blame. But Louis gently wiped away my tears, smiling as if nothing happened. He said casually, "It's just a scar. This doesn't make me any less handsome." His indifference only makes my tears flow more. "Does it hurt?" I asked. Seeing me crying, he panicked and fumbled. "No pain. Not at all." Don't cry, okay? I beg you, when you cry, everything will be painful. At that time, he rushed into the burning building without hesitation. Come save me. But now he's running to save someone else. No longer me. After. Golden Girl Louise suddenly encounters family tragedy. Overnight, his family fell apart. He was burdened with a huge debt. He fell from the pinnacle of privilege, falling into the abyss of despair. I stood on tiptoe and kissed away his tears, whispering, "You and I'll always be here waiting for you." Without hesitation, I chose to go to the same university as him, moved to his city. We got married right after graduation. At that time, Louis loved me deeply and took great care of me. We are poor, but we are happy. We lived in a tiny shared apartment with no windows. Barely maintain. Save money to pay off debts. ASAP. The only way we relax is by taking long walks. Hand in hand, because it costs nothing. Even so, as long as I am with him, I feel happy. Even if I sit quietly and do nothing, I feel satisfied. Once, he was drunk. He held my hand and grinned at me. "Pick your pocket." He took out an exquisite necklace. Carefully put it around my neck. "Keep this for now," he said. "When we have more money, I'll give you some better ones later." We did have more money and I got a nicer necklace. But my favorite is still so simple. Previously exquisite. Everyone says Louis is incredible to me. So many people, after the success, abandoned their partners who once supported them in their most difficult times. But Louis and I have been together for many years. Our relationship seems to be still going strong. If it weren't for Diana, I would probably believe this too. Maybe because I'm obsessed with the good old days, unwilling to accept the fact that I no longer love you. I gave him the chance to hurt me, repeatedly. But now I've finally woken up. I've let go. The wedding will start soon. My father and I walked down the aisle arm in arm, step by step until I reach Ryan. In front of all the guests, my father solemnly placed my hand in Ryan's. Ryan took out the ring and put it on my finger. Just then, there was a commotion outside. The closed door suddenly opened. Louis appeared in front of me, covered in blood, dragging his injured leg. He struggles, step by step towards the stage where I stand, leaving a trail of blood behind. The whole room fell silent. I was shocked by the sudden scene. Ignore the security guard's obstruction. Louis looked at me desperately. He begged Selena not to marry him. "I beg you to come with me." Chapter 9. This is my wedding with Ryan. The guests are all celebrities. I don't want to be the topic of conversation for such things. I don't want to ruin the wedding. My parents have been waiting for a long time. I asked Ryan to ask security to escort Louis out. This brief interruption did not affect the wedding. All the best. Since then, after the graduation ceremony, after seeing off the guests, I turned to Ryan. "Can you give me some time to process what happened before? I want to resolve the issue with him." Ryan expressed his full trust in me and nodded without hesitation. "Go ahead, but be careful. If you need help, just call me. I'll be right there." For some reason, his calm demeanor, it gave me a great sense of security. Louis was placed in a separate room, under the surveillance of security personnel. When I arrived, one of them quickly approached me. "Can you talk to him? He was in a car accident and lost a lot of blood." We kept urging him to go to the hospital, but he refused to leave anyway. "If this continues, he may bleed to death. This is a serious risk." I nodded to the guard to show that I understood. I opened the door and found Louis sitting inside. His face was pale and his forehead was covered with beads of sweat. He looks miserable. The moment he saw me, his eyes lit up and he forced a smile, despite his situation. "Selena, you are finally here. Come home with me." Look at him like this. I couldn't help but feel touched. After all, I once loved him. "If you are injured, go to the hospital first. We can talk later," I said. But he shook his head stubbornly. "No, not unless you promise to come home with me." I sighed helplessly. Louis, we've broken up. I'm married now. Please wake up. No, I don't accept it. Who said we broke up? I never agreed. I sighed again. The moment you decided to marry Diana, we were done. Louis, I sent you a breakup message, don't you understand? You didn't respond. I take this as your consent. Louis looked desperate and tried to explain. I didn't see your message, Selena. If this was about Diana, I could explain. I didn't mean to hide it from you. I don't have any feelings for her. I agreed to marry her only because I felt sorry for her. Her rural parents forced her to marry someone she doesn't want. I just want to help her. Agree to fake marriage. Selena, believe me, there is nothing between us. We rescued her from the human traffickers, people we support financially. She calls me her brother. I helped her out of friendship. From the beginning to the end. The only person I've ever loved is you. I can't help but feel ridiculous. If what you say is true, this is just to help her. Then why don't you tell me the truth? Louis, why did you lie to me? You keep saying you love me, but have you ever respected me? He panicked. That's not the case, Selena. I admit that it was wrong to hide it from you. But you have to understand, I do this for you. I don't want you to think too much, to get hurt or sad. So I kept it from you. At this point, I don't know which part of his story is true, what is fake. But it doesn't matter anymore. None of this matters anymore, because I don't care anymore. I took a deep breath and said, It's okay, Louis. We're done. You don't need to explain anything to me. As soon as I said this, Louis jumped up from his seat. His movements aggravated his injured leg. He gasped in pain. His forehead was immediately covered with beads of sweat. Despite the pain, he gritted his teeth and continued to plead. Selena, I know I hurt you. I know I made a mistake. But after realizing that the bride is you, you don't know how scared I am of losing you. At that moment, it felt like the end of the world. Maybe this accident is God's punishment for me. Remind me how unfair I was to you. But Selena, I've learned my lesson. I love you. Let's start over. Chapter 10 in my memory. Louis has never been so desperate. Or be humble before me. I looked at him calmly and said, Louis, stop struggling. There is no shame in admitting that you no longer love. I believe you loved me. But the fact is that you no longer love. That's right. He interrupted me anxiously. This is not true. I still love you, Selena. Believe me. I smiled faintly. You said you loved me. But you don't remember my preferences. The food you buy for me is always Diana's favorite. You said you loved me. But the gift you gave me is the same as hers. You said you loved me. But you forgot my birthday and our anniversary. You said you loved me. But at the most dangerous moment, you left me behind. Run towards others without hesitation. Louis, is this what you call love? If so, your love is cheap. Seeing my indifferent expression, he began to panic. Selena, I know I did something wrong. When I'm waiting for you outside. Now, I finally understand the feeling of waiting. I made you wait many times. I'm sorry. I know I've done a lot of wrong things. You have every reason to be angry. Selena, I beg you. Give me one more chance and I will change. I will be the partner you deserve. His voice was choked with emotion. I will learn to cook for you. Share the housework with you. Pick you up from get off work every day. I will never eat other people's food again. I'll eat what you like with you. If you want to travel, I will go anywhere with you. I will never forget your birthday. Never miss an anniversary. I will never abandon you because of someone else's call. I looked at him expressionlessly and said nothing. He became more desperate. My relationship with Diana wasn't going very well, but I'm going to fix it. I won't see her again. I will let her leave the company and delete all her contact information. I sneered. So you know what you did wrong. Ye still treats me like this. The fact is you never cared about me. You take my love for granted. No matter how you treat me, I won't leave. That's why you act so recklessly. No, it is not true. I care about you. I love you, Selena. Sorry, I didn't feel it. All I feel is your indifference and disrespect. You cater to Diana's every need, always by her side, taking care of her. This is what love looks like. His face turned pale. I admit I'm lost. I thought my pity for her was love. But it's all wrong. When I realized you were leaving, I finally understand that my heart has always been you. My heart breaks at the thought of losing you. I was stupid and didn't realize how I felt about you. And Diana. Even when we argue, I use Diana to irritate you. I have no real feelings for her. Her admiration for me. Her dependence. My sympathy for her as a vulnerable person. This affects my judgment. Selena, please, let's start over. No, I don't love you anymore. My voice is calm. Louis, you don't deserve my love. I deserve a pure and beautiful relationship. I deserve someone who is loyal to me. After saying that, I turned and walked away. Louis dragged his injured leg and stumbled after me. He was covered in blood and tried to grab me. I turned around. My voice was cold and firm. Stop trying to get sympathy. It doesn't work. He trembled slightly. His eyes were filled with despair. No, Selena. No hesitation. I walked towards Ryan. He smiled and held out his hand to me. I took a deep breath. Put my hand on his. We smiled at each other. We left without looking back. Later, I heard that Diana died from her injuries after a car accident. Wedding day. Unable to save. Despite being rushed to the hospital, Louis rejected all requests. Come to me with your injured body. But because he delayed treatment, the injury to his badly injured leg worsened. It must be amputated. A few years later, when Ryan and I had a 2-year-old, I occasionally hear about Louis. He often told anyone who would listen, "Where's my Selena? Who lost my Selena?" He will talk to himself. If 18-year-old Louis meets 28-year-old Louis, he will never forgive him.